In this video, I will be giving you all a long-awaited update on my Crematogaster cerasi colony that has grown quite a lot since the last time I featured them on the channel. So without any further ado, let's get to unboxing this nest. Over my few years of keeping this Crematogaster colony, I have realized that they really are escape artists and live up to their name, acrobat ants. And over that time, I have realized that only one barrier, known as fluon or PTFE, works for these guys. Fluon is a very slippery substance that is non-harmful to ants that can be applied on the inside lip of an outworld or nest entrance. When purchasing from Tar Heel Ants, there is an option on the side that allows you to add an extra bundle for a small price, which includes some of the extra essentials you may need. This is a good way for me to get extra fluon necessary to keep these ants. Unwrapping nests and outworlds from this company's packages can be a real pain sometimes, but I have not had any problems with anything being damaged in transit, so it's a good trade-off not having to return any products back to the company. Now we get our first look at the outworld. There's a small lid which is secured by magnets that can be lifted to make feeding the colony easier, and there is also a large lid which allows for further maintenance if needed. And now let's get to unpackaging the nest. Now that this nest is finally out of the package, we can get a good look at it. This nest is designed for smaller species of ants because it has a shallower depth to the chambers. There are two places you can water the nest on each side of it where a syringe is placed in the hole and can be filled up. There is also a panel of glass that is attached to the nest magnetically, which is easy to remove. And now that this new nest and outworld are unboxed and ready to house ants, it is finally time to meet my large Crematogaster cerasi colony, which has been away from camera for over a year. And here they are. This colony is well into the thousands of workers by now and is definitely ready for a new nest, so let's give it to them. Their outworld is super messy and definitely needs to be cleaned. But since it's so hard for me to get into that enclosure because of escapees, and because there are eggs in the outworld, it would honestly do the colony more harm than good for me to go in there and mess around. So this is a sign that I definitely need to upgrade their nest. As for what I said about there being eggs outside of the nest, check out the right side of the outworld, because that's where they're all clumped up. You can see there's a bunch of workers there, and that's because the nest is uninhabitable for them. There are too many ants and too many eggs in there, so they have to compensate and nest outside instead. This is a definite sign of needing a new space. Here you can see their garbage pile. This is a mixture of all of their garbage as well as cotton. I don't know why they do this, but they always make a mound like this. It does make it easy for me to clean up though, because it all does strand together. But regardless, it's unsightly and I need to get rid of it. And talking about escapees, whenever I open up the outworld, you can see the ants climb out, and I have to close it quick, or else a bunch of them will escape. And that's the problem when your colonies get bigger so quick. There's always unexpected occurrences that can happen, and because I ran out of fluon, I suffered the consequences. So now I need to make sure that I always have a supply on hand, and make sure they aren't planning any escapes, because since this colony is getting so big, I have to keep an eye out. Now it's time to prepare the outworld and nest for the ants moving in. So, the first step that I'm going to do here is apply fluon, which will make the entire process much easier. My plan going along with this move was to remove the old nest from the old outworld, plug the old nest into the new nest, and then take all of the ants out of the old outworld and put them in the new outworld with a cotton ball. So here I am putting a piece of vinyl tubing into the new nest, and then I'm going to plug it into the old nest and wait for them to discover the new area. after about an hour, this is what the new nest looked like. Quite a few ants were exploring it, and shortly after this clip, they started moving in. As for the old outworld with all the ants in it, I took each individual one and placed it in the new outworld. This part I did not film. A couple of days later, and this is what the colony looked like. You can see that they are all in the new nest now, so I removed the old nest because it was almost completely vacated. About half of the nest is taken up by ants, which is about how much you want when you move a colony into a new nest. That way they have growing room. Here you can see in the top left that they again have used the cotton in the exit to make another one of those little trash piles. Most of their trash is outside, and they have this one chamber designated as well for trash. I am not at all worried about it molding though. This is because they did the same thing in one of the chambers in their last nest, and it never came to anything. This colony is very clean. Crematogaster has become one of my favorite species I've kept over the last few years that I've kept this colony. Even though keeping Crematogaster can be a challenge due to them easily climbing over almost any escape prevention barrier I provide them, they are still one of my favorite species I've kept over the years, and the upsides greatly outweigh the downsides. They are some of the fastest growing ants I keep, and they are extremely active and eat non-stop. They also have a unique shape to them which makes them look really cool. Here's where I keep their eggs, right under where I water them, which is the most moist part of the nest. You can see that because of the condensation. Right before filming this, I had a heating cable over this section of the nest. That is why their eggs are positioned on the top of the glass. Crematogaster ants also do not need to hibernate for as long as most other species that live in the northern hemisphere. They only need to hibernate for about 2 to 3 months, from around November to February or March. And here I managed to catch a short video of the queen. Before this, I have not seen her in a very long time. That's another reason why I really like these high visibility type of nests. Here is their outworld. So far, the fluon I used as an escape prevention barrier seems to be doing its job well. But only time will tell. I will probably need to apply it every couple of weeks to a month. We'll see. Here you can see what I use to feed my ants water and sugar. These are Biformica liquid feeders from Ant Keeping Depot. Sponsor me. I really like these products because they are very low maintenance. All you have to do is just clean it out every once in a while and fill it back up with your desired liquid. This is very useful for when you're going on vacation because you can put multiple of these in an outworld to make sure that a colony does not run out of water or sugars. And now I'm going to feed them a mealworm. As I said, they eat mealworms like mad. I could feed them 5 mealworms in a single day and they would still want more the next day. It's crazy. Let me know in the comment section below if there is a specific video idea or topic you would like me to cover. I would really appreciate hearing all of your feedback. Throughout the summer, I'm going to be uploading videos almost every week again, so let me know if there's something you'd like to see before something else. I have tons of video ideas planned. I am also noticing that a lot of my older videos are getting a lot more attention now, such as my comparison of different ant products from different companies. So, if there's something like that you'd like me to remake, let me know in the comment section below as well. Lastly, I want to thank you all for how well my previous video performed on YouTube. I did not know what to expect coming back to the platform after 8 months, and knowing that you all appreciate my return and want to see me make more videos, I am more motivated than ever to continue posting. Thank you all for watching this long overdue Crematogaster cerasi update, and I will see all of you next Sunday. Peace.